Are you one of the millions of people that runs your business using a Facebook page, a Facebook business page? Have you heard that Google My Business is also a great way to get new customers? But you want to know, is it possible to have a Google My Business page and at the same time have your Facebook business page? Is there a way of combining the two so that you can get the benefits of Google My Business to bring in more customers into your Facebook business? And on the same time, if you've done posts on Facebook, is it possible to have them put across to Google My Business? On top of that, can you combine the reviews? Is that a benefit? And is there a way of making sure that both links benefit each other so you can run them symbiotically? Is that the right word? Don't know. Well, this video has been made for you because it's going to show you the benefits of Google My Business, how you can then use those benefits into your Facebook business page, and it's going to show you several tips and tricks that you can do today that's going to benefit your Facebook business. Welcome to the video. So I'm Zane from Zanet Design, and I help small businesses grow, get traction, get new clients so that you can benefit your business. And to do so, I try and use Google or Google My Business in particular to help you grow your business. But you're maybe a Facebook person that's used Facebook for years for your business. So is there a way of benefiting from Google My Business? Is there a way of integrating, linking these two together to give them an even more stronger combination of strength when it comes to finding new clients? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to jump onto a computer now and show you how you can do that today.
So here's my first tip, is to make sure that you ask for reviews on Facebook. Now, Facebook reviews are given credit by Google My Business. Not many people realise this. So how do you get reviews, first of all, on your Facebook business page? Well, here's an example of a plumber with a business website. I don't know who it is, so if it's your website, I do apologise. If you click on reviews on the left-hand side of your business website, you'll notice that people can say whether or not they recommend the plumber. So this, in effect, then provides an opportunity for people to write something down and whether they feel that this person's recommended. And from that, Facebook then comes up with this score. So this person's been given 4.5 out of 5 as a business score. Now, the reason I mention that is you'll notice if you now go to the person's Google My Business, so I do a search in Google and their knowledge panel comes up. So it's the same company. And you notice obviously you have the reviews that you can do through Google My Business, which they've got some really good reviews there. But you notice just down the page, it also picks up on reviews from the web. And here 4.5 out of 5, it refers back or links back to the facebook.com website. And that 4.5 out of 5 is picking up this 4.5 out of 5 here. So the two are combined. So how do you get this one to appear on Google My Business? Well, there's nothing you can do other than keep referencing your Facebook and your Google My Business on your website, linking through. In fact, all the things we're going to do today is going to help produce that result. Now, having said that, even if you do have a ranking here of your business on Facebook, it doesn't always get found. For example, I've got a Facebook ranking of a 5 out of 5. But when I look at the reviews, obviously I've got my Google My Business reviews here, but when I go down the page, you'll see I've got reviews from the web, and it hasn't picked up on my Facebook one, but it has picked up on my Yale.com one. So there I've got 8 votes, 5 out of 5, and compared to my Facebook one, which has only got a couple of votes on, maybe that's why it's referenced the Yale.com one instead. So that's a really useful tip to bear in mind. Now, tip number 2 is closely related to this, because where this links through to Yale, and as we saw in the case of the plumber, it links through to Facebook, you notice that in this case, that's the end of the reference to Facebook. But in my case, notice on my knowledge panel, if I go down, I also get profiles. And so how do I get my profiles through to these various other areas, social media areas? Well, this profile for Facebook, which links it through to my business page, again is something that's automatically done by Google My Business team themselves. So as they see the authority building on your business, they also spider the website, and they'll then come across from time to time, they'll come across various social profiles. And the algorithm then will decide on whether it's going to put that icon up. Now, if you want to know more about that, if you type into Google Zanet design, and then if you then type in social media, you'll come across this video called How to Add Social Media to Google My Business. And what that does is it will just show you that there's a couple of tricks you can do to try and help Google to spider it so that it does start to show the social media links. And obviously in this case you want your Facebook link to appear. Now the way to do that is, and it's shown in the video, is you can do some markup in WordPress, which is one way to do it, but the easier way to do it is to just reference your social media icons. If you look down here, you can just about see them. There's the Facebook link, there's the Twitter link, and there's the LinkedIn link that it's picked up on. And by referencing these in your footer, you're giving Google an even more reason to then reference it when it comes to your knowledge panel. So in effect, you'll then see it here picked up. So that's the second thing you can do to get a link from your Google My Business to Facebook. So you've made a Facebook post. So this is our third tip for you. You've made a Facebook post and you now want this to appear on Google My Business, and you want to promote your Facebook page as well, your Facebook business page. So the easy way is first we just want to right click and you want to save this image, so open it into a new tab or save it if you want a larger file. And then secondly, to just grab the text that you've got, that you've used on that. So I'm just going to copy that. Then head over to your post area, which is on the left hand side, posts in your Google My Business dashboard. And then you'll notice you've got several types of posts. So assuming it's not an offer or not an event and it's not a COVID update, then you're going to go for just a standard update. So I'm going to add update. And then you want to add that image that you've just saved. So just drag that in. And with images, it's always just good to make sure it's not being cropped too badly, but that seems okay for me. So there's some logo designs there. And then you remember I copied and pasted, so I'm just going to click on that. And by pasting that in, it literally just copies in what was originally in the post here on your Facebook business page. But you may want to just change it a little bit, so you might just want to think of your audience, maybe put a few extra keywords in. So my audience on Google My Business, check spelling and so on as well. So all those things, just go through, make sure that the hashtags make some sense. And then finally, if you want to then put the link through from Google My Business to your Facebook account, then if you go back to Facebook, you'll just notice that you need to grab the URL at the top. So in my case, it's facebook.com/PG/Zanet Design Limited, which is then a case of just copying that. And then you want them to go to your Facebook business page. So on the link, just copy in your address, and then if you press publish, then that will then connect your Google My Business account and send traffic through to your Facebook account. Just preview it so you can see how it looks. So there it's got the image. So you can see this is really identical post to what we've got here. The difference is that when they click on learn more, it'll take them through to the Facebook page. Let's just see if that works. And there you go. So that shows that works nicely. So that's the way in which you can do a Facebook post into a Google My Business post. So the fourth way, of course, is to reverse it. You may have done some Google My Business posts or some events, and you now want to put those into your Facebook because you want the two to combine up. And again, this is about interchanging links and so on. So let's just imagine that this free CRM in Gmail. So this is a post I did yesterday or a couple of days ago. So it's just a case again of copy and pasting this, saving the image, so doing almost the identical but in reverse. You could actually use also the share post is quite nice. So if you click on that, it gives you the URL to share that will take them straight through to that post. So that might be something that you might want to consider. So I've got three things here. I've got the URL for the link, I've got the image saved locally, I've got the text that I might want to just rewrite slightly. So now if I head over to Facebook, and then if I go to posts, and there you can then start posting things in, and you can add the photo as well. You can put some extra text in. You can even delete that if you don't want it to go through to there. So that's one way to do it. Now you may have noticed there was a second way to do it. If we just go back to here, you notice you can just share it on Facebook, which is probably the easier way. So let's just click on that. And there you go. You've now got it immediately sharing on Facebook as well. So you can now add some information, and then that takes them through to the article on my Google My Business. So that's two ways really. You can do Facebook post to Google My Business post, and you can reverse it, and you can do a Google My Business to a Facebook post. And in both ways, they're integrating your posts so that it's really building up strength in your branding, and at the same time it's helping customers obviously become familiar through two different platforms. Now my last tip's a real cracker. This fifth tip is actually a couple of really good tips combined here, and that's how can you get your Facebook to appear, so your Facebook business page to appear under website on your knowledge panel for Google My Business. So how can you do that? And another one that's just come out as well, so it's like a sixth tip, a bonus tip here, is that you can now take online appointments for many different categories and businesses on Google My Business. But how can you get that to link through to an appointment calendar that's available now on Facebook? So I'm going to show you a couple of those benefits, those links as well. So at the moment that goes through to my standard website, but you may not have a standard website. You may just have your business Facebook page. So how do you change that? Well, it's simple. If you go to your Google My Business, and if you head over to the info section, and there you'll notice as you head down the page, you're looking for a couple of links here. This one here, World Wide Web link, is for your website. Now, if you don't have a business website and you're using your Facebook business page instead, then just simply edit that, change it to your Facebook page. So in the case of a Facebook page, I can see if I go to my URL at the top here, which you probably can't see, but I can see that if I now copy and paste that in, and you'll see it's facebook.com/Zanet Design Limited, and yours will be something similar. So if I click apply, then what that does is it means then, I'm not going to do that, but it means then that when you click on here, it will take you through to the Facebook business page. So that's a great little tip to have if you want to combine your Google My Business and your Facebook, so they link through and they integrate together with extra strength. But what about this taking online appointments? Now for me, I take online appointments through my website, on my Google My Business part of the website. But for you, it may be that you are using the calendar on Facebook. So if we just click through to here, if you go to your Facebook page and it's /appointments, you'll see that you've got an appointment calendar here. Now, just to get there a different way, if you notice on your business page, you can view calendar, you can add appointments, and then you've got appointment availability. People can book slots in as well. So if you just click on these, you'll notice that they'll provide you with various addresses. So I've got facebook.com Zanet Design Limited /appointments. So on here, I can just literally now take appointments. So imagine that. You can just, if I put that in there, and that is then my Facebook account that will take appointments. So people can now book appointments with me, and they can do it on my Facebook calendar. Now those are two really great little tips as well to combine Facebook and Google My Business. So you've got a real powerful tool there, or two really powerful tools working together and helping you obviously get more customers, more bookings, more clients. Now, if you really want to know the full power of Google My Business, because I must admit, I think Google My Business has got so much more to offer than the few things we've covered here and integrating with Facebook, then you need to have a look at this next video and make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss my next few videos as well. But I'll meet you over there.